Is Toyota really coming for Mercedes? Because with the new 2026 Toyota Crown, it honestly feels like they're aiming straight at the S-Class. No kidding. The design, the tech, the performance, everything about this car is screaming luxury, but without the six-figure price tag. And that has a lot of people asking, is the Crown really good enough to make the S-Class nervous? Or is this just another overhyped release? Let's start with what this car actually is. The 2026 Toyota Crown is Toyota's flagship sedan, and while it's always been big in Japan, this latest generation was clearly built with a global audience in mind. It's longer, lower, wider, and significantly more luxurious than anything Toyota's done before in this segment. It feels like they've finally stopped trying to just be premium for a Toyota and started asking, why can't we just be luxury, period? Just looking at the Crown, it's obvious this car means business. The front fascia is sleek and aggressive, with narrow LED matrix headlights that look sharp and futuristic. The new grille design is wider and more integrated into the body. It doesn't try to be flashy, just confident. The whole front end gives off a serious presence, like it's ready to go toe-to-toe with anything from Germany. Along the side, you'll notice a clean, sculpted profile. It's got a long, elegant body with a subtle shoulder line and flush door handles. Chrome is used sparingly, mainly around the window frames, and the blacked-out roof gives it a very modern two-tone aesthetic that stands out without shouting. The rear is equally bold, with a full-width LED light bar, subtle diffuser styling, and real quad exhaust tips. No fake stuff here. It's a clean, muscular design that looks expensive without being gaudy. Step inside, and this is where things really get interesting. The Crown's cabin feels like something you'd expect from Lexus. Seriously. The materials are upscale throughout, soft-touch leather, real wood and aluminum trim, and stitched surfaces in all the right places. Toyota isn't just chasing luxury, they're delivering it. You're greeted by a large 12.9-inch touchscreen in the center, floating slightly above the dashboard. It's paired with a crisp 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster that's fully customizable. The interface is simple and fast, with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, of course, and even voice recognition that actually works. But it's not all screen overload. Toyota made sure to keep a row of physical buttons for climate control, and thank God for that. The seats? Ridiculously comfortable. They're 16-way adjustable up front, with heating, cooling, and even massage in the top trim. The rear seats offer serious legroom, especially in the Platinum model, and there's an option for rear climate controls and heated seats too. It doesn't quite match the S-Class in rear seat luxury, but it's not far behind. And remember, we're talking about a car that costs less than 60 grand. You also get a massive panoramic sunroof, a top-tier JBL sound system with 15 speakers, 64-color ambient lighting, and active noise cancellation that makes the cabin whisper quiet on the highway. It's a full sensory experience that feels calm, refined, and honestly a little unexpected from a brand that used to make the Camry. Now, what about performance? The 2026 Crown gives you two powertrain options, both hybrid and both pretty impressive. The base engine is a 2.5-liter naturally aspirated inline-4 paired with an electric motor, producing a combined 236 horsepower. It uses Toyota's tried-and-true eCVT system, and it's geared more for comfort and fuel economy. It's not fast, but it's smooth and efficient, with a combined fuel economy of around 42 miles per gallon. But the real star here is the Hybrid Max setup. That's a 2.4-liter turbocharged four-cylinder with dual electric motors, one on each axle, making a total of 340 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque. It's mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission and standard all-wheel drive. This version goes from 0 to 60 in just about 5.2 seconds, which is very respectable for a luxury sedan. It doesn't try to be a sports car, but it handles corners confidently thanks to adaptive variable suspension and a low center of gravity. It feels composed, not floaty, and it handles rough roads like a champ. Fuel economy for the Hybrid Max sits at about 30 mpg combined, which is still excellent when you consider the power and AWD setup. The ride is smooth, acceleration is responsive, and transitions between gas and electric are nearly seamless. It's the kind of driving experience that's not flashy, but incredibly well-balanced. When it comes to safety, Toyota is still setting the standard. The Crown comes with Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 as standard, which includes all the basics like pre-collision warning with pedestrian and cyclist detection, lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring, and adaptive cruise control. But there's more, like road sign recognition, emergency steering assist, and even predictive driver monitoring that can alert you if it thinks you're too tired or distracted to drive. The 2026 Crown also includes Toyota's new semi-autonomous highway driving system, which allows for hands-free driving on mapped freeways. It's not quite as advanced as GM's Super Cruise or Tesla's Autopilot, but it's a solid addition. In crash tests, the Crown has earned top marks, including a 5-star overall rating from NHTSA and a Top Safety Plus from IIHS. It's one of the safest cars in its class, period. So now we get to the price, probably the most impressive part of this whole package. The base XLE trim starts at $43,900. The mid-level Limited jumps to around $48,900 and adds more premium features like leather seats, a larger display, and a better sound system. But it's the Platinum trim that brings in the hybrid Max powertrain and the full list of luxury appointments. That one starts at $58,500. Now think about this, an S-Class starts at over $110,000. Even a base E-Class will run you close to what the Crown Platinum costs. And in some areas, like rear legroom, hybrid performance, and fuel economy, the Crown actually beats them. Let's break down the pros and cons. First, the pros. It looks fantastic, modern, upscale, and bold without being weird. The interior is a legitimate luxury space with great tech, top-tier comfort, and whisper-quiet refinement. Performance is smooth and strong, especially in the Hybrid Max version. Fuel economy is excellent for the segment, and safety features are best in class. And then there's the price. You just can't ignore the value here. Now for the cons. It doesn't have the same brand prestige as Mercedes or BMW, which may matter to badge-conscious buyers. The base engine isn't thrilling, so if you want performance, you really have to step up to the top trim. And while the rear seat is spacious, it lacks the ultra-luxury touches you might find in higher-end German sedans, like individual entertainment screens or reclining lounge chairs. Also, while Toyota has improved their infotainment system a lot, it's still not as slick or quick as what you'd find in a Benz or Audi. So here's the verdict. Does the 2026 Toyota Crown destroy the S-Class? Not exactly. The S-Class still wins in ultimate prestige, customization, and that effortless status symbol appeal. But the Crown wasn't built to compete with the S-Class on its own terms. It was built to rewrite the rules. And in that sense, it might actually be more disruptive than anything Mercedes saw coming. It gives buyers 90% of the luxury experience at 50% of the cost, with better fuel economy and the reliability that Toyota is famous for. If you're someone who wants comfort, technology, safety, and performance without the drama or the depreciation, the 2026 Toyota Crown should absolutely be on your shortlist. It's one of the smartest luxury buys of the year. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this review, hit that like button and subscribe for more honest, in-depth car videos. Got questions or want us to compare the Crown to another luxury sedan? Drop it in the comments. We read everyone. Until next time, drive safe and stay curious.